Howdy, this is Crafty Grinding back again with an arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I cover round 1 predictions for the new Proxima Midnight and Crossbone arenas. So the first thing I like to do is really categorize these new arenas to past arenas, and when it comes to future arenas, there's really just a group of old and new champs. When they're new, there's kind of a similar results, and when they're old, they're similar results. So clearly with Proxima Midnight, she's a new champ. Then when it comes to the 4-star basic Crossbones arena, really there's kind of 2 clusters now since we have the 5-star feature arena has been added. Really 2 groups. There's kind of the low and also medium, what I call them the medium in the past, and then high, which like Thor Ragnarok, Hela, and most recently Medusa kind of fell in. And those have only been the 3 there. But in reality, it's really just 2 groups, even with 4-star basic. So basically there are 2 clusters there as well, which simplifies things quite a bit. So, and then with Crossbones, he'll fit into that low group. So now that I've categorized these, let's take a look at some of those past results, starting first with the low interest 4-star basic champs. You can see that really with Spider-Man Symbiote, that's where the 5-star feature arena was added, and since then there's been pretty consistent cutoffs for these champs. Even Agent Venomous, who still has utility, even Electro, you can see they're a little bit on the higher end, whereas with Falcon, not a ton of utility, even though he can help a lot with evade champs. Anywhere from 1.7 to 2 million is kind of what we're looking at there, and at this point, even with Crossbones, and he has good utility, I don't see that changing quite a bit. But when we jump into the 5-star feature arena, you can see with new champs, we've had this steady incline. We did have a bit of dip between Killmonger and Sentinel, but then with Bishop, it jumped quite a bit, and then most recently with Sabretooth, it jumped even higher. And I think now that the word's on the street that Proxima Midnight has some killer damage, especially with her special once you get over 100 hits, I think this number, she has the potential to be kind of like top tier or maybe second tier type champion, with even higher than Sabretooth. So I really think this number is going to push even higher. And then with the 4-star feature arena, kind of the same thing, but not as drastic. We've been having a steady increase, and then kind of plateauing a bit between Bishop and Sabretooth, between 12.6 and 12.8 million. So I think we will see a slight bump again, maybe in the million range or so with Proxima, just because she's such a great champ, or you know, a lot of the community, especially the other YouTubers, content contributors that have had early access to her, have shown that she's a really good champ. So we should expect this number to kind of increase a little bit again. But not only do I like to look at past results, but I also like to take in the input from the community. So let's jump over to some of the input from the votes, from the polls that I added to my channel. For those who took the time to vote on both polls, thank you very much. And those who even provided some context to the vote, I appreciate that even more, because it does take a few minutes, and I do appreciate the time that folks put into providing their inputs. So anyway, let's take a first look at this 5-star feature proximity poll. You can see that a lot of folks, almost 50%, think she's going to push over Sabretooth's number. And when we look at some of the reason why, well, first thing I'll say is for Lewis Crow here, you can see his came in a 1 day, or he or she came in one day previously, and this is before all the content contributors the embargo was lifted for them to release. Kabam asked that we hold till today to release our video reviews, and now that the word is out on the street, I wonder if this 44 number would have even been higher, because you can see here with Lewis's input, he thinks, I don't think Proxima were higher than Sabretooth, because Sabretooth was very hyped, while Proxima Midnight has not been too hyped, and honestly hasn't been a tough champion to fight. I agree with the point on the tough champion in terms of the event mission for the month, but the hype is now in full mode, and I think these numbers will push high just because the hype's out there. People really see when you have the ability to play her, how strong of damage she can do. And there'll be other folks like Shaw here, because she looks, well, obviously just from an aesthetics perspective, you know, Shaw here thinks she looks great, so that'll push that number up there. And then Matt here, the damage output will attract a lot of in-game players. And as you can see, this 6 hours ago, so Matt just provided his input. And so he's now seen, and I think a lot of people in the community would have said the same thing now that the word is out that she does so much damage. And when we jump over to the 4-star feature, poll, you can see that the number isn't as drastic for that 14 million. So there's some folks in that 12 to 13, 13 to 14, but still that 14 million plus is a higher number. Marathon 5150 new featured, and Apparently, Marathon heard the rumor on the street that she may be God tier, and that's been confirmed now with a lot of the data coming out, at least top 2 tier kind of champ. And then Gas Mask Dude. Now this was one day, so this kudos to Gas Mask Dude to kind of recognize this before the word came out from all the other YouTubers. But she's new, she's thick. Why not? When MCO players grind till their fingers bleed. Also, she's got amazing synergies with Nebula and Thor Ragnarok. Not to mention ability, accuracy reduction, true strike, and insane special damage, making her great for Labyrinth runs. So everything Gas Mask Dude here is just basically a summary of all the preview or all the review videos from the YouTubers out there that are part of the content creators program. So good job there, Gas Mask Dude, on the summary, because that he just saved you from having to go check out all the videos, because that's right there, very true, and I think why she's going to push all these numbers to all-time highs. So with that being said, and taking a look at the trend numbers that I looked at previously, here are my thoughts for round 1 cutoffs. Prepare yourself, because unfortunately we're going to have some ridiculous numbers, I think. Starting first with the 5-star feature. That's right, 48 million. Say it out loud. 48 million points for a potential cutoff for a 5-star champion in this mobile game. That's just crazy numbers to think about. But don't forget, Sabretooth just went for 45 million. And given the fact that a 5-star feature, Proxima, I always mess up her name, Proxima Midnight, and the damage she can do, I think this is the number we're going to be really looking at, with that top 10% chart here coming out at 11 million. Then we jump over to the 4-star feature. I think 14 million again. So we were just under 13 million with Sabretooth. I think she's going to push it up almost an extra million. So folks can at least get a 4-star version of her with that top 10% coming in at 4.5 million. Jumping over to Crossbones. He'll be ignored. So if you need Crossbones, good time to grab him, because you'll be able to get him for the low number of 2 million. I mean, it's actually a decent number. Decent grind. You'll get that 1.5 milestones in, and even you'll get that 11 to 25% if you can't make it that far at 1.3 million roughly. And lastly, for the 3-star feature, Proxima Midnight, you'll be able to grab her right around 1.1 million with 11 to 25% coming in at 500,000. And if you're wondering why I didn't show any past trends, since the 5-star feature arena has been added, this 3-star feature for new champs has been very consistent, right around 1 million to 1.1 million for that first round number. And so these are my thoughts. Again, this is for the veterans bracket, so that means your account's been open for over 61 days. This is the numbers you can expect for these first round cutoffs. Now, since these are the cutoffs, here's my suggestion for a grind target, just because, you know, here's how high I think on all these cases Proxima will be pushing up the numbers, but you know, it might even go higher. So here's my thoughts on how high you need to go if you want to grab her in these different arenas. Starting first with the 5-star feature arena on the left. That's right, the number's 50 million. That's just crazy. Please get rest. Please take care of yourself. Don't keep playing with the fingers. Start getting bruises. Take a break. Stand up. Move around. Top 10%, 12 million. When you look at the 4-star feature arena, I think she'll be coming in that. A good safe number to get her will be 15 million with a top 10% of 5 million. And then Crossbones, you get to 2.2 million. That should be good enough to guarantee getting him with 11 to 25% at 1.5 million. And lastly, if you really want to get that 3-star feature, Proxima, just to play around, or if you're a newer account, that 1.2 million should pretty much lock her up with 11 to 25% chart here at 520,000. Again, just like these predictions, the grind targets are for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the beginners and intermediate bracket, unfortunately, I don't have a ton of data to do any kind of real trends analysis on, looking at past results, etc. So I'm just going to kind of give you rough ranges based off of my own personal experiences over the last 8-9 months, as well as some slight information that comes in time to time from the community that provides those to me. So 3-star feature should be able to grab her in the beginners bracket around 245,000, 4-star basic around 1.2 million, and the 4-star feature 1.2 million. For the intermediate bracket, 3-star feature around 550,000. 4-star basic around 800,000, and the 4-star feature are 1.4 million. Again, these are very rough ranges, even rougher than these numbers here, as I'm still kind of finalizing kind of what the trends look like since the 5-star feature arena has been added. But at least this gives you kind of a rough idea what to go after. But anyway, these are my thoughts for the new arenas. Would love to hear your thoughts. Or if you have any questions, throw it on down in the comment section. We can talk about them there. And if you liked this video, we'd really appreciate if you could smash that thumbs up button. And if you like this and other videos I have on the channel, we'd really appreciate a subscribe. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.